Alright, so today I want to make a video talking about the new stasis hand cannon in Destiny 2 called the Vulpecula. I think I'm probably saying that wrong, but either way, I do want to make a video talking about it because I've been using it a lot in the Crucible over the past couple of weeks since the season started. I have a pretty good role myself that I really like. At the end of the day, the way I stand with godrolls, more specifically in PvP, is, the role that best suits your playstyle. There is obviously a best one to use, but if you can kind of find one that you really like and it plays off of you really well, then there you go, that's fine. But I want to go over the one I have today, which is a Outlaw Explosive Payload role, which is very, very good. And the handcannon itself, in general, we'll talk about that as well. So before we get started, do let me know what roles you have. Do let me know which role you think is the best. Do let me know if you like the handcannon or not. And remember to subscribe for more Destiny content. But without any further ado, let's jump into it. So straight out of the gate, there's a 180 RPM handcannon. Not the current meta. There's not 140. I believe they're the meta ones now. 140 is 120 is one of the two of them. So not one of those, but still actually quite good. The way I feel about 180s is as long as you get a good roll, they can actually compete with those guns. I've come against multiple Igneous Hammer adepts in the past week or two while using this and being able to kind of outgun them. I don't know if that's the gun themselves or the player, but you can beat them with these guns if you have the right rolls. With the explosive payload build I have, I believe you can kind of 4-tap people for the most part, and then sometimes you can pull off a 2-tap if you've got a good enough aim and you're close enough. The one thing that really strikes me about this hand cannon the most is recoil pattern. I really like how kind of stable it is, honestly. Like, it feels really nice to shoot. One thing I don't particularly like with hand cannons at times, and it's not all of them, and it's not all of the metal ones right now, but ones that have like a really jarring recoil pattern when they fly off the screen. The perfect example I can think of is Ace of Spades. I really like the gun. I do think it's really good, but I can't use it because recoil pattern really throws me off. And I know if I could kind of get used to it and figure it out, I could probably do really well with it, but it's just a turn off to use the gun for me. Whereas you look at guns like Igneous and this, and the one I was using the most is Bottom Dollar, because of how the gun looks visually, the recoil pattern isn't really that bad, because your visibility is still there. So I would say the recoil pattern on this is very good. Obviously the visibility of the scope is very good. I really like the scope, so that red dot kind of hovering over the gun, kind of look... To be honest, in general the gun looks really nice. I really like the guns aesthetically from the season. They look really cool. But yeah, this is definitely one of my most preferred in terms of look and the scope. The scope for me is very important. Like, if the scope looks like ass, I'm not going to use it because I want to see what I'm shooting at the end of the day. And if it's a horrible, ugly scope, I'm not really going to use it. But overall, I would say the gun is quite good. I'm sure there's a better role than the one I have, looking at some of the other perks you can get, especially the new ones like Encore and Adagio, or whatever it's called, that increases the damage but slows the rate of fire. That could be really good. There is a perk called Harmony. I don't particularly remember at the time of recording this if it drops on the handcannon or not. I think it might, which what that does is a kill with a different weapon increases the damage temporarily of your other weapon. So say you're using this and the new AR, which has Harmony on it, you get a kill with the AR, you switch to the handcannon and it has bonus damage for a short time. That could be really good. But the role I have, Outlaw Explosive Payload, is quite good. I really recommend it to anyone who is trying to find a good one, because it is kind of run-of-the-mill, pretty good role, and as long as you're kind of good with handcannons, you probably do quite well with this one. Like I mentioned in streams about these type of review videos I'm going to do, I'm not going to go over the god rolls of guns. I'm just going to go over the ones I've played with the most and that I personally like overall, because obviously I've got a bunch of these handcannons over the past couple of weeks and tested all of them out individually. Well, most of them. Some of them were just straight up dog shit. But this is the one that's kind of stuck with me more than any other. I'm sure there'll be another one I'll find at some point where I'm like, you know what, this is pretty good too. But for now, this is probably my favourite gun to go into the Crucible with right now. But as always, let me know your thoughts on the roll. Let me know if you think it's good or not, because I definitely think it's good. And again, let me know what rolls you have, what you would consider the god roll to be, and just general thoughts on the handcannon. I'll leave you the rest of the gameplay so you can see what happens at the end of the game. Pretty good match, I will say. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. and I'll catch you all tomorrow. I'm on.
You captured Zone C.
I'll take that. I missed because I'm crap. Oh boy, there's a lot going on. And you, and you. Sick. I got really good at the game. Anything in a glitch spot. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Grenade killed someone. Wow.
You have advantage.
Oof, yeah.
Minutes.
Yeah, this gun's really good. I really like this Handcannon.
Zone C lost. Zone C captured. You have advantage. Zone C lost.
Oh my, yikes.
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage. Don't let your enemy take this without a fight. That's why we have fire teams. Tell them to line up faster. 1 minute. Won't be long now.
Oh, dude, I thought someone was in there.
Zone B lost. Zone A captured. You have advantage. I could not ask for a better victory.
Hey, we did it. Right.
You fight like a demon for these zones. Bring me your friends. I need more like you.
Very good match, indeed.